I was recently asked to talk about the do's and don'ts in trying to be an actor in Los Angeles. And so the biggest problem that I find is that people want instant. And people are very clear that when they watch the Olympics, for example, that the people who win the gold medals or even the bronze medals, that they didn't get to that level of skill instantly. Um, but with acting, they kind of want instant. And I'm just telling you that it doesn't work that way, even though it may look that way from the outside. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio started acting when he was 9 years old. Um, Meryl Streep went to Yale, which is a graduate program, a 3-year program. If you look at the backgrounds of the actors who you really admire, you'll see that many of them have studied for a long time, been around, been doing things for a very long time. So you'll see a lot of workshops, so-called, weekend workshops, learn how to act in a weekend, learn how to act in a month, 6-week workshops. And those really should just be for people who can't do anything else, that is, they are traveling here from overseas, they live across the country, they live in Canada. Those people come to our school sometimes, and we do what is commonly called an intensive. But we tell them that you're not going to learn acting in that amount of time. You're going to get a sense of what it is you need to learn, of what this is really about, but you're not going to be able to do it. It's one thing to understand in your head what you have to do, but being able to do it, to get it into your heart and into your gut, is a whole other thing. And that's a long-term process. And in fact, for people who love this, like being a musician, you never stop practicing, you never stop developing your skill. So anytime you see something short-term, if those people are not saying to you, look, you're not going to learn how to act in this short amount of time, if they're not telling you that, then they're doing you a disservice. The other thing that everybody wants right away is everybody wants to get a meeting and do a casting director workshop. So there's nobody who's had a career breakthrough through a casting director workshop, as far as I know. In fact, if you could add up all the people who do casting director workshops, you'd find that a very tiny percentage get anything at all out of their casting director workshops. Now, the state of California and the Screen Actors Guild have been trying to regulate these workshops so that it's crystal clear and there's no illusion and no hidden implication that an actor who does a casting director workshop is doing anything but meeting the casting director and maybe hearing their perspective about the casting process. But that's it. You can understand that if it were that easy, if you could just buy a career by paying for casting director workshops, why, everybody would be doing it. But the statistics in the Screen Actors Guild are, I believe, last I checked, that 8% of the people in the Screen Actors Guild, the Actors Union, make a living, and 92% do not. And yes, it's a very tough business, but I think one of the reasons for those statistics is because most people don't have the skills. And it's a terrible thing to waste your time doing something that's not useful to you. It's very disheartening after a while. And you might really have something to offer, and you have a dream. And you need to pursue that dream in a way that supports you in the best way possible, rather than just takes your money and feeds on your dream, feeds on an actor's desperateness and naivete. So I hope you won't do that. I hope that this little video lets you know that if it looks too good to be true, it is. And that you need to trust your gut, and that overall you need to know that there is no instant and there are no shortcuts. That, as with any business, it's a business of forming relationships and then maintaining relationships. And when you walk through that door and you audition for somebody, They can tell within 5 to 15 seconds whether you have the skills. And if you don't have the skills, of course, they resent the fact that you're wasting their time. It's very hard to get to see them again. So do the legwork and do the groundwork, okay?